Hello everybody, my name is Frosty, Frost, this Snowpickle, and welcome back to West of Loathing. I just had, one of the worst gaming experiences of my life, playing some Pukan Bye Bye. So, I'm playing this to recover. We left off at the Lazy A Dude Ranch. And let's head to the circus. Well, this is a little weird. Oh, wait. I did the wrong intro. Howdy, y'all. My name is Frosty, or Frost the Snowpickle, and welcome back to West of Loathing. There we go. I keep forgetting about the southern accent intro. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. You are not liking painted mans? They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Yes, old stories. Goblins are telling old stories too. Evil painted mans and evil fire cows far, far below. Always to fighting. Many wars. Yeah, that's right. Supposedly rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles and it became a traditional thing. These mans just regular mans being. Painted mans from up here. Yeah, I know. Still creeps me out though. Oh, colorful tents and many people. You ever been to a circus, Gary? A circus? What? No. What is it? Well, come on, I'll show you. I really need to get foraging. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. I'm all too familiar with that expression. Talk to him.
Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How can I help you?
I'd like to see the circus, please.
Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket.
And presumably you can sell me one.
Why, certainly I can. That's my job, after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost 5,000 meat.
Say what?
Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir, at this price it's a real steal.
Well, you got that right. Why is it so expensive?
Well now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself.
Tell me more about the rides.
Well, I suppose I should say ride, but we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on.
Tell me more about the games.
Oh, we've got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons?
3 is more like some.
We've got some of them.
Tell me about the food.
We've got your favorites. Popcorn, the sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps, and get this, did you hear about that new thing a fella invented? Cotton candy?
Yeah, I think I might have.
Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we figured out how it works. Mostly. More or less.
Tell me more about Barnaby Bob.
Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses his target.
Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something?
What? Oh, right, sure.
You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this.
Why, whatever do you mean?
I'm going to attempt to outfox the clown. First you ask for an outrageous sum of meat, and then you describe your circus in terms that make it sound distinctly cut rate. Well now, if you really expected me to pay that much, you'd be doing your best to make it sound like a magical paradise. On the other hand, if it really is as chintzy as you describe it, you'd be asking a price cheap enough to overcome poor word of mouth. Which leads me to the conclusion that for some reason you don't actually want to sell me a ticket. The clown starts to look nervous.
Well, now, let's not jump to conclusions, friend. I'm just pulling your leg a bit. Clowning around like we do, it's all in good fun.
So the actual price is
500 meat.
I could buy half a horse for that.
Sure, but what are you going to do with half a horse? The circus is much more entertaining.
Do I wait until I have Outfoxing 4? I think I'll wait until I have Outfoxing 4. Let me think about it. If I talk to him again, do I still have the... I no longer have the option because I don't have Outfoxing 4. What happens if I say I want to run away with the circus? I'd like to run away with the circus, please.
Aren't you a little old for that? Sorry, we aren't hiring.
Darn. Well, now I don't think I have the option to outfox him. So, alright.
Let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There you go. Enjoy the show.
What about my partner?
Partners get in free.
Thanks. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts,
Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir.
In a loud and enthusiastic voice. You stroll into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. And find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen other patrons besides yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. Got it. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. Sign says, condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. Looking at all of this, such amazing! I guess it's a little intense if you're mostly used to the desert. Want a balloon? Yes! What is it? Yes! This clown is presumably selling tickets to the sideshow.
Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow?
What all do you have in there?
Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day.
Freaks?
Not just freaks.
Gosh. How much does it cost?
For you, 300 meat.
And for everyone else?
300 meat.
Okay, I'm in.
You won't be disappointed. And in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds.
He takes your meat and stamps your hand.
There you go. Enjoy.
Thanks. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in. Take your time. Have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. Look around. This looks to be one of those weird bent mirrors that make you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy-looking stuff around here already. Look at yourself. Gah! This mirror somehow shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks he winks at you. Looks like he winks at you. This looks to be... okay. This mirror makes you look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little, sympathetically. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. Based on his attitude, uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits.
Howdy, fella. Welcome to the sideshow.
Thanks, what's to see in here?
Well, down to the left we have our collection of spooky warped mirrors. Right here we have exhibits of clown eggs and pickled punks, and further down to the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore, and I'll be here if you got any questions.
I have a question. What's with those weird mirrors?
Ain't they a riot? That's what they call an optical illusion, as I understand it. Has to do with the way the light reflects off of them.
I am 100% sure that what I saw can't be explained by the reflection of light.
No telling what you might see if you look too long.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna look at the other stuff before asking questions. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says, "Clown Eggs!" In the circus community, it's traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in this circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Inspect the eggs more closely.
Hey, step back, please. No touching.
Sorry. These shelves are filled with jars. Goodness gracious me, that thing over there. And the jars are filled with things. Real weird-looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contained malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Möbius loop of snake without a head or tail, weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. Take a closer look. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a red mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. Black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Yeah!
Got you pretty good there, buddy.
Well, what is that?
It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. I got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with.
He pulls a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you.
Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots.
Ugh. This guy is a startling sight even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Yeah, hello there.
I'm Frosty.
How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. So, this circus gig, how do you like it? His hands slowly curl into fists, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. I understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. Take a close look. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a close look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things, though. First, he has an odd lump at what you would call the base of his skull if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. Okay, well, see you around. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Talk to him.
Hello there. Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas.
Hi, I'm Frosty.
Delighted to meet you.
So, well...
Are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me?
Yeah, you got me.
Don't worry, Frosty. I am in a sideshow after all. It is an obvious and natural question.
Wait a minute, you said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist?
Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate.
He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately.
Ta-da!
As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect.
What in the... Surprising, yes.
A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head so his other face can take a puff. Are you... what's the phrase? Siamese twins?
Not exactly. It is difficult to describe, I'm afraid.
Two minds in one body with two faces?
It would be closer to the truth to say two instances of the same mind with, as you say, two faces.
You're right. That doesn't make sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back.
It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain.
Were you born like this?
I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind.
Okay, sorry.
No apology necessary.
Your knees must be a wreck.
Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you.
Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal.
I have a contract.
Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't quite catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat.
Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people.
Talk to you later, Douglas. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello? Hello there. Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's... interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet. And you? I'm Frosty. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Frosty. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? Some kind of trick, right? You fold it up behind a mirror in there or something? No trick. The clown trickles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like that. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The large tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Examine her workings. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. Anatomical learning. You know what makes a human being tick, and how to stop one from ticking. Come to that. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry. It must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice to meet you, Janet. So long. Good luck, Frosty. I have a question, about these, people.
You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? The one with the giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice, quiet fella.
Uh-huh.
If you have questions about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk, though, you can ask me about him if you want.
Okay, what can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us about a year ago, maybe a little less.
Where'd he come from, then?
No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think fella looks like that, you'd have read about him in all the papers, right?
Well, yeah.
Sure is mysterious.
How did he get like that?
Couldn't tell you.
But I bet you got a theory, at least.
Oh, well, maybe he saw something no human fella should ever see.
Why is he locked to his chair?
Ah, you noticed that, did you? A real shame, that is. Fella's a bit unpredictable, has a violent spell once in a while.
Gosh.
Don't you worry none, I'm keeping an eye on him.
Okay, bye. I wanted to ask if he blinks. Does he have a blink?
You mean wink? Nope, no eyelids. I gotta toss a bucket of water over him once in a while so he don't get too dry.
He does look a bit dry now that you mention it.
Yeah, it's getting about that time. Excuse me for a minute.
Sure. Were you born that way? Sorry, I guess that's a pretty personal question. Okay, well, I'll see you around. How's it hanging? Oh, now that he's over there, I can probably inspect these more closely. Since the clown's distracted, you take the opportunity to get a closer look at the eggs. You notice two things about them. Firstly, they're too large to be chicken eggs. You have no idea what kind of eggs they are. Secondly, they've all been broken and then very meticulously glued back together. They almost look like they've been reassembled after something hatched out of them. You quickly step back as the guard clown returns. He gives you a fair amount of side-eye, but doesn't say anything. What can you tell me about these eggs?
That's a traditional clown thing. There's a placard there next to him that explains in detail. Don't get too close, please. They're fragile.
What are these things in the jars?
Now, that's what we in the business call pickled punks. A menagerie of strange and twisted creatures such as you've never before seen the like, captured and preserved on display for your entertainment and edification. That's how the boss says it.
Are they real?
As real as they come.
Hot food, cold drinks, tepid candy.
Red Hots,
calls the clown behind this food stand.
Red Hots, footlongs, 2 kinds of mustard.
There's also a small sign that says Lost and Found. Talk to the vendor. Clown grins and gestures at the little charcoal grill behind him.
Howdy, sir. Interest you in a hot foot-long sausage?
How much are they?
$250 meat with your choice of condiments.
What are the condiments?
I got onions, pickle relish, 3 kinds of mustard, and 2 kinds of ketchup.
What kinds of mustard?
Brown, yellow, and blue.
Blue? Blue mustard?
Looks like I'm all out of the blue, sorry.
2 kinds of ketchup?
Yep, got both ketchup and catsup.
No thanks. What are they made of?
What do you mean? The pork? What else do you make a sausage out of?
I was wondering if you had a vegetarian option.
Mister, this is a carnival, not an herbivore.
You've been saving that one up, haven't you?
For years, thank you, sir.
Are they actually a foot long? 12 inches? Because a lot of guys say that, but
I'm just gonna stop you right there, seeing as there's ladies and children present. You want one or not?
I'd like to see the lost and found.
Oh, sure thing. What'd you lose?
Well, nothing.
Oh, what, you just figured you'd see if I had anything you like?
Look, there's no such thing as an honest thief. You gotta pick one or the other. Sorry. Oops. Now that he told me to lie, I want to see if I can lie. Dang it. Cold drinks.
Cold drinks,
Calls the clown behind this food stand.
ice cold sarsaparilla in bottles. Howdy, sir. Care to treat yourself to an ice cold soft drink?
You said you're selling them in bottles?
That's right, got the newfangled crown cork bottle caps and all.
What kinds do you have?
I've got root beer, ginger beer, and sarsaparilla.
How about rhubarb?
Nope.
How about orange cream?
Nope.
How about lemonade?
Nope.
How about grape?
Nope.
How about blue raspberry?
Nope.
How about celery?
Nope.
Strawberry?
Nope.
Rhubarb?
Nope.
Cream soda?
Nope.
Snozzleberry?
Nope.
Iced tea?
Nope.
Key lime? Cream soda? Strawberry? Grape? Energy drinks? Cherry? Grapefruit? Vanilla? Black cherry? Strawberry? Grape? Orange cream? Plain tap water? Lemon lime? Black cherry? Lemonade? Cream soda? Diet lemonade? Diet plain tap water? Vanilla? Cola? Pomegranate? Vanilla? Strawberry? There's gotta be something that can come up here, right? No. Okay. What kinds do you have again? Do you make the drinks yourself?
If you're asking if we have a wagon dedicated to brewing and bottling 3 different kinds of soda in our traveling carnival, no, we stock up as we pass through large towns.
Ah. How much are they?
205 meat.
205?
It's for the deposit on the bottle.
No thanks.
Cotton candy,
Calls the clown behind this food stand and then makes a this noise with a slide whistle.
come try this just invented confectionery delight.
The clown blows his slide whistle again as you approach.
Step right up, fella. Step right up and try one of the world's newest candy sensations.
What is it?
Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the word, spun sugar created through a revolutionary new process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes.
So it isn't actually made of cotton?
What? No, cotton is indigestible no matter how much chocolate you cover it with.
Found that out the hard way, did you?
Phew.
How much do you make it? Or how do you make it? Pats the little metal box with a wide funnel coming out.
This little machine right here. Can't tell you how it works as much as I'd like to brag. It's a trade secret.
You invented it?
Not as such. A couple dentists down south were the first ones. Dentists, go figure. Phew. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. I made a few improvements with my design, too.
Now I'm really curious.
Sorry, fella, these secrets in this box are for nobody's eyes but my own. Phew. I'd be happy to sell you some cotton candy, though.
How much does it cost?
Just 300 meat.
Never mind. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. When he sees he has your attention, he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly.
Howdy there, fella. Interested in a toy balloon?
What colors are they? What colors do you have?
Well, just take a look.
Red, they're all red. How do you make them float like that?
Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float around here.
Of course. How much are they?
For you, just 30 meat.
I'll take one.
Alright, then here you go.
Got an item, balloon. It's red.
Anything else I can do for you?
Can you tell me more about your circus?
Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. What would you like to know?
What are your traveling plans? This place you set up is kind of out of the way. What are your plans?
Haven't decided yet. That's why we sat down somewhere a bit more rural. Keep things relatively quiet while we scout around to get the lay of the land and all.
Where'd you travel from? Was your previous stop interesting?
Oh, northwest is a little hole in the ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it.
Why is everyone working here? Clown.
Oh, it's traditional. When the, what do you call them, rodeo stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took over jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became the normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say.
Who's this Barnaby Bob guy?
Oh, the boss is a real famous showman, though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him round here. Kinda like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show, it's a real highlight of the carnival.
Okay, see you around, clown.
Catch you later like an alligator.
There's nothing interesting back that way. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. Clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach.
The stage show ain't till later.
When?
Later.
Yeah, but when exactly?
Later.
Okay, jeez. The muscly clown doesn't seem to want you to go in here. This appears to be a shooting gallery type carnival game.
Howdy there, fella.
What we have here is a game for sharp eyes and quick reflexes. I hope you won't take it as an insult if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck all the same. What's the game? Well, it's on the wall behind me. I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition, and your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest sounding description. I've discovered it makes the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is. I discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Okay, I'll give it a shot. You lose 10 meat. The clown hands you the cheap pistol and gestures at the balloons behind him. Good luck. Shoot from the hip. You shoot at the balloons until the pistol jams. You manage to pop a few, but not very many. The clown nods. Yep, that's about average. Not enough to win a prize, though. Sorry. Dang it. I need 30 moxie for that. This appears to be some kind of card-based carnival game, though it's not clear how it works from here.
Step right up, fellas, step right up. If I may say so, you've the look of an intelligent and learned individual about you, and I happen to have a game here to put those faculties to the test.
What's the game?
The simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I show you all the faces, and then I turn them back over and start picking cards.
You guess what cards I pick and you win? You don't shuffle it?
No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you.
Or if you've got a touch of magic in you and want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. What's the prize?
A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Carefully scan the deck of cards as the clown spreads it out in front of you, and then he turns them over with a sweeping flourish. Ready? I'll give it a whole lot. Clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You manage to guess about 2/3 of them. Say, that's not bad. Not enough to win the grand prize, but you deserve some recognition for that, my friend. A little toy stuffed owl, small plush owl. This toy owl is about exactly as good a prize as you'd expect to get for not winning a carnival game. This item goes in your offhand, plus 5 spell damage. Let's do that. Hold on, I want to give the balloon to Gary. It won't let me give him the balloon. That's disappointing. There's a kid here, searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Did you lose your parents?
I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir?
No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like?
It's shiny steel, and it's on a little chain.
Okay, I'll let you know if I find it. Let me just spider crawl over to the lost and found here. Alright. I'd like to see the lost and found. A lucky bottle cap. Clown pulls a wooden box out from under the counter and looks inside. Appears you're in luck. This one yours. Appears you're in luck. This one yours. He puts the box on the counter for you to see and turns back to his grill for a moment. Look inside. Box contains shiny bottle cap, folding pocket knife, white silk handkerchief, bottle of smelling salts. Let's take the pocket knife. Thanks. Leave. I lost a lucky bottle cap. Look inside. Take the bottle cap. Yep, that's the one, thanks. Presumably this belongs to that kid, because you can't imagine there's more than one person around who would be so into a bottle cap they'd hang it on a keychain. Let me look at the other thing I got. The pocket knife. A little folding pocket knife like this isn't going to be useful as a weapon, but you never know when it might come in handy for something else. Plus, it was free. I lost my handkerchief. Yeah, thankfully, the previous owner of this does not appear to have gotten any use out of it. My bottle of smelling salts. This is a bottle of foul-smelling ammonia crystals designed to disgust people into being more awake. Okay. And now we can head back over to the small child.
Hi, sir. Did you find my lucky bottle cap?
Is this the one?
That's it. Thank you, sir.
No problem, kid.
Hello again, sir. Say, that's a real nice balloon. You want to trade? I'll give you my lucky bottle cap for it.
Okay.
Great, here you go.
Lucky cap. Thanks again, sir. Okay, what? Okay. I'm gonna take another balloon. Nope, shoot. Nope, I wanted to leave. Let me just roll over here. And this appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring a bell. Well, howdy there, fella. This here game's a challenge of strength, and I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you might prefer one of those other games. If you care to try your luck, though, I certainly won't stop you. What's the game? As simple as can be, just take this big mallet out of here and hit the lever under that bell, ring the bell, and you win.
What's the prize?
Ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Kinda hard. You pick up the surprisingly heavy mallet and haul it over to the lever, then slam it down as hard as you can. The striker gets about halfway to the bell. Well, now that's about average, I'd say. Good try, fella. Good, solid try.
There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. Oddly, he looks exactly like the other one, though I guess it's hard to tell, really, what with the makeup and all.
Howdy, fella. Anything else I can do for you?
Howdy, fella. Anything else I can do for you?
Weren't you just on the other side of the midway just now?
Nope, that's the other balloon guy. We just dressed alike and used the same face paint. Did we fool ya?
I see. I'm good, thanks. God damn it. I keep pressing the wrong thing for the I'm good, thanks. Well, it seems that's all we can do with the circus for now, and seeing as we're at 40 minutes, that's where we'll end the episode. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, which you probably did since you made it to the end of the video, feel free to hit every button you can find on YouTube, and I will not see you in the next one because I'm looking at a webcam, but if you choose to watch it, you'll see me in the next one. Farewell.